What is good, Raider Nation? It is your boy Raiders underscore 1995. Sorry that this is a little later. I had to do stuff later on after the game, but the final score: Chargers 31 and Raiders 28. It was a very, very close game. We ended up losing it. It really hurt me. I felt like somebody took my heart and ripped it out of my soul. And I wish it would have ended better, but I'm looking at some positives and negatives. The positives, one thing I gotta say, Coach Sperano, I give you all props, man. How this team was 0-4, wasn't playing up to their potential. potential. We looked like shit week in and week out. The team looked like it didn't have any heart. Offensive line struggling, defensive line struggling. Running game wasn't really going. And what you did and what you said to Derek Carr and what you said to these players, I don't know what you said. I really don't know what you said, Tony Sperano, but I fucking love it. This team played with fucking heart. The offensive line, your offensive line coach, we were able to run and protect Derek Carr. I've never seen the Oakland Raiders run with a duo like that since Michael Bush and Darren McFadden. That looked amazing out there. Darren McFadden was getting over 5 yards per carry. That looks like 2011 Darren McFadden. How he was moving. Maurice Jones-Drew was getting over 7 yards of play. Offensive line played out fucking standing. Derek Carr, I'll get into in a minute. The wide receivers, Andre Holmes. And I'm going to say this, Raider Nation. You might disagree in the comments, but Andre Holmes, if you could cut down on dropping the ball, if you seriously cut down because you dropped the ball a little too many times, if you could cut down on dropping the ball, you could be a top receiver. I think Andre Holmes, great leaping ability, 6'5", has hands, scored 2 touchdowns today and had over 100 yards and was undrafted. You could be a star in Oakland if you cut down on your drop passes, man. I believe that. James Jones looked good. The defense is not good. The defense, I don't know. Sometimes I was blaming Jason Tarver because he has an overall responsibility in it. But the thing about it was when we were pressuring Phillip Rivers, the pressure looked like this. Like, it would come and then it would go around Phillip. Then Phillip would step right in and throw. Then there was plays we would go right in the middle and he would come around and scramble or he would throw it. We couldn't get pressure on Phillip Rivers. I don't know what it was. We do not have a true pass rusher. Justin Tuck, Lamar Woodley, Khalil Mack. I'm just like looking like they'll get there. Like they'll get pressure, but then they'll stay there. Or it'll go around him. Linebackers. We already know Nick Roach is out for the season. C.O. Moore just came back. And Miles Burris is playing middle. And it just, I don't like Miles Burris. I don't know. Missing tackles, missing coverages. The secondary was playing good a little bit. But the biggest main concern that I was pissed off, not that Phillip Rivers was, I expected Phillip Rivers to do that, to be honest. I expected us to pick apart our defense. What I'm pissed off about is number 43. How could this nigga is my size. This nigga is 5'6". I'm 5'6". How do y'all let this little nigga run on y'all like that? And the thing about it was, he wasn't running like an average speedster. He was knocking niggas. He was knocking niggas over. Stepped on Charles Woodson. I think people underestimated his size or whatever and just said, oh, one tackler. One tackler couldn't bring him down. I don't even know the nigga's name. Somebody commented down. I don't even know his name. How did we let this little dude just bull rush? Just knocked into our defenders. We had to get like 4 people to get him down. And the thing I was getting pissed off with is that people were trying to strip the ball way too much on him. They were trying to strip the ball even though they weren't even set to tackle him yet. Like one dude would dive and the other would try to pull, and he would just stiff arm that dude, or dude would bounce off, and then the stiff arm, he would get like 6 more yards. That is the big kryptonite in our team, is the defense. It just overall didn't look good. Phillip Rivers, I expected him to put up those numbers, 4 touchdowns, all that. I expected it. I didn't think we were going to stop Phillip Rivers like that. I was hoping, but realistically, I did not think that. But the running game, and to let that little 43 Darren Sproles looking nigga just come in and just do what he did, was crazy. Now I'm going to talk about the main issue, Derek Carr. Now I'm going to say some things about Derek Carr. I'm going to talk about the beginning and the draft. One, I didn't know who the hell Derek Carr was. I did not pay attention to Derek Carr. I was paying attention to Johnny Football, or as of now, Johnny Clipboard, Teddy Bridgewater, and Blake Bortles. I was just mainly looking at those 3 because I thought we were going to draft a quarterback at one point or whatever. In the second round, when we were about to draft Derek Carr, I did not think we were going to get Derek Carr. I thought the Texans were. I thought we were going to get Marquise Lee for some reason. We drafted him, wasn't really high on him. Didn't think he was the future of the team. I was like, Derek Carr who? I looked up some of his highlights after the draft, and I was like, whatever, I don't know. Looked at him in the preseason, I was like, whatever. I wish I could go back in time. Like right now, just go back in time to the draft, whatever, and slap the fucking shit out of myself. I never really say this. I hardly ever say it because every time I do, something ends up happening. But this, seriously, no fucking doubt, might be our fucking franchise quarterback. Dude came off a MCL injury and high ankle sprain. And to play the way he did, 4 touchdowns, comfortable in the pocket, was scrambling at times, calling out defenses, doing the double, what is it? The fake, y'all know what I'm saying. Said hike twice, basically catching the defense off guard. The way he was playing was not a rookie quarterback. 4 touchdowns? 4 touchdowns, 4 TDs. Against the number 3 defense? Wow. We might have a fucking young stud. We really might. I give Derek Carr an A- in this game. And I think we all know what the minus is. When we had over a minute left and we were in field goal range, Derek Carr dropped back, threw it, interception. Sorry about that. Anyways, it killed me. Derek Carr should have known that we're in field goal range. There's no time to rush. We have 1 timeout. We could have kicked the field goal and gone to overtime, I feel. And Derek Carr should really know better than that. There's no excuse for that. That is all on him. But I have to say, I'm looking forward to next week, and I usually don't say that. I did not think we were going to win this game. I didn't think Tony Sparano would do much, and he did. And if we could keep this up, we're not going to playoffs. We're 0-5. But seriously, all we have to do is build around Derek Carr. And I'm saying it, he's probably the future of the franchise. Sad way that, nobody's going to give a fuck because people are going to look at it as Oakland Raiders egged the bus and they still lose. The Raiders are still winless. People are going to look at this game and say whatever, but we played our fucking hearts out. Very disappointed with the loss. We should have won the game. But I'm looking very forward to the Cardinals and Raiders game. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, Raiders_1995. If y'all don't know, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys next week, Raider Nation.